be fair, as you can see on the field, there already is a level 4 ready to go into the Montimon possibly, or into the goading Etamon, making them burn in hell with the Ace of Valkyrie.
Yeah, the round timer is slightly off again. I love broadcast.
You love broadcast, but you're not in charge of broadcast. Because if you're in charge of broadcast, you do all the gubbage. But since we're casting from away from the host, it's a bit awkward.
I am the host.
All I meant by the host is we aren't raid and trade.
Oh, true.
We're just associated with raid and trade. So whatever we say is on us and not on raid and trade.
No. This is your raid and trade sponsored message to tell you that Numemon is cringe.
It's garbage. It is literal garbage.
It's a shame that we don't have any good garbage mon. Like every song I do see.
Literally garbage.
No. Like Garbage-mon is an actual Digimon. Like he's like the little pink guy in the trash can.
Oh yeah, the level 5.
Yeah, it's a shame that he is just straight up trash.
He's just a vanilla, right?
Yeah.
Like a 5k vanilla or something terrible.
I think they printed one that actually does do something, but it doesn't do anything useful.
No, they never will.
All right. So far, we still do not have anything that stops the memory gauge from doing.
We've got the problem card on the field already.
Yeah. Numemon into NumeX, which is going to
play a new one from Handle Trash, right?
Wait, is it not? Oh, it's Numemon in name. Wait, so it can just play itself?
You play itself? No, we can't play itself. It has to play something from the Handle Trash.
Yeah, but it on deletions resolve from trash.
We still be platinum. Did we play platinum?
On deletions resolve from trash, so you could just technically play itself. I've never seen people do that. They tend to just float into the Nume, because in fairness, they usually just have another Nume-X in hand.
They do. Or they have the platinum. It's like, sorry, I'll go platinum perfect. I'll play. I'm going to be a cringe lord for 10 seconds. Here we go.
Well, the Etamon's come down. Interestingly, the Tumon didn't get taunted. I thought the Tumon was going to get shot and exploded, but I guess no matter what you shot, it was kind of off. They preferred...
if you're goading something, it doesn't really matter because you're just going to ace it to a level 6 anyway and be like, bye-bye.
Oh, yeah. I guess because no matter what he taunted, it would get -3'd and die. He took the Ukomon out to prevent the off turn. And he who commits to the Etavalk first is he who dies to the Etavalk first. And speaking of Etavalk, Wallet Diff, actually, the Ghost Valkyrie.
Not even the alt art, the oil slick version.
Just the SP.
Although, to be fair, they are like 100 quid currently on card market.
£100 flashbang. W.
It's cheaper than what people play the Angie Woman. So we'll play the
crested one, yeah.
I was like, oh wow, you love this deck, right? They're like, no, I hate the deck, but it's really good. I was like, oh, okay.
The crested one's so interesting. So first I thought they looked terrible, but having actually seen them in person, they're not bad.
So I've never seen one in person personally. But yeah, on picture they look great.
Are they going to resolve this correctly? Yes, they do. Okay, they played it. They -3 the Tumon, and then they resolve the add a card from trash. Yeah. That was a moment where we would get to find out whether we were thinking at the table or whether we were...
Do you know your deck and can you sequence correctly? Because you'll be surprised how many people physically can't sequence correctly. Looking at you, Jesmon players.
I mean, yeah, Jesmon is actually just a sequencing puzzle, and so many people sequencing correctly. It's incredible.
I always say to people, if you're confused, go from bottom to top, because 9 times out of 10, that is the correct way to do it. Do not go from top to bottom because you miss timing.
It depends.
Depends on the Jesmon.
Yeah, I mean, bottom to top actually is just objectively incorrect, because then you would do the Sakutomon first, and you should always be resolving the last.
Jesmon?
Yes. If you're on Gurumon, you deserve to lose.
Jesmon?
Yes.
Yeah, I like using Koromon still, because it's like, oh, swing a red source. All right, draw a card.
No. The best egg is Sakutomon. It is actually not even. It's not even close.
The new Sakutomon or the old Sakutomon?
The old one. Gain 1 when you swing with Jesmon GX.
Yeah, I think you swing with GX though.
Yeah, why are you not swinging with GX?
Because you swing with the structure deck one to go into GX afterwards.
Yeah, you warp. warp during this step.
But
Go
you
into a
don't
7.
really warp. You throw down a small child that says Digivolve.
Yeah, close enough.
Violently beat a child to you Digivolve.
All right, this Monze X is going to play out the extra body, so I think, is that enough? The gaogamon was here already.
Yeah.
There should be enough to just kill off them.
Yes, yes, of course.
Well, either way, when we swing at security, we're going to pop it. Like, yes, a Val case is probably going to come down, but security is going to get checked.
Yep, swing, where you're going to do it. A swingy swing until we just get popped, you get the plus security attack.
Because you're -6. How big is Val?
Actually, does it need to be? Could it be? No, I think it just has to be. I'll say you can't have Azul, can you?
Valk is 12. You could go into a Zulonmon, but it would bounce the Monze X and get rid of. No, okay. Protoform would heal into security. You'd get a piece back, and you'd be able to get your 5 back. So I don't think it's worth it.
It's like, all right, I'm swinging. You've got 30 seconds to comply, or we're going to call a judge. Because you have it or you don't. There you go. Looks like as you don't.
Yeah. It takes a security check off the board as well by letting it die.
Okay, it's back again. Everyone's favorite Numemon is back again.
I mean, if we can get a Tumon on the board to pass here, it's not that bad. Okay. So, Monze X. And.
Out of Monze source. So.
Yeah, no Monze in sources, so. All it's setting up is for the other one.
I mean, to be fair, our Digifreak player is currently in a little bit more of a winning position.
Yeah, Numemon's an interesting one though, because we've seen from Worlds that being in the winning position as the Numemon player can just pendulum back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 player pro would cook it. The thing I'd be, yeah, because you'd be -6, which would bring Valk to a 6k, so it would die to the security check. So it makes sense to have not aced where they did. 3 cost Evo to pass over does mean that we can now go -3. I think you -3 the Valk and then just go straight into Valk of your own, because that will -3 brings it down to 9, then -5. So
it's 4k. It's only for the turn.
Yeah, you need Monze X here. If they can go Monze X, then they have enough to clear.
Do you have the X? You've got the Monze, but do you have the X?
I feel like if we had the X, if they have the X, they should have
slammed it already, yeah. I feel like they slammed it already. Here we go. It costs 0 to Digivolve into. There's no reason why you wouldn't just slam it down.
And now, any level 4, gaogamon would be nice.
Yeah.
No, there it is.
Well, when you call it, right?
All right. So getting rid of the Digipolice starts, the Digipolice Numemon. That one is interesting because when you have the Etamon, you just get the block. So we're going to -6, presumably the Valk. So 3 and 6 is 9, puts you on 3.
I would get rid of the Valk, to be fair. Now, do you have the Ace? Oh, okay. More draw.
Across cycle.
No, hopefully good. Draw power is good.
Etamon is for 0 here if they've stacked everything on the Valkyrie. You get to -3 and that'll be enough to close out.
Yeah.
But I think they were just showing that what was in their trash. So I think they're actually trying to get rid of the Monze X that has the protoform under it. Oh, I mean, it is 8k, so there is going to be a mandatory pop if a Valcase was to show up whilst passing turn. 4, -5 the board, and
Well killed.
It's everything, right?
No, so
yeah. So there it is.
Did they give you the most DP? They did. So yeah, it goes down. Game 4 back.
0 cost. Okay, we drew into a Tumon in the back. Not bad. So their Ukamon's not going to be able to push out.
It's just they can push out. It's just going to instantly disappear into dust.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, it's just for the turn.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Now it's dust.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm pretty sure everything on that field is now also dead.
Yes. So Monzax is dead. The ruin mode, the protoform is going to recover something.
Yeah, it's minus 10k, so everything is popped.
See, I was actually simply in the future.
Apparently so. You're one player ahead.
The vision of the microwave.
You were like, I can feel it coming. Like I can sense the evidence for that hand. Like you would in like any card game. It's like, is that card glowing? Is that a ruin mode? You were right. It was a ruin mode.
It was preheating the oven. Going to melt some gummy bears.
Yes, everything else is dead.
All right. So I mean, yeah, this is why it really does just go back and forth.
It really is back and forth. Very Benny Hill music kind of style.
What is funny though is the ruin mode also makes it really awkward. Oh, there it is. Yep. Free memory to search for a Monze. Oh, they find the Monze X off it. Ruin mode turning all of your on plays off, but turning all of your on deletions into on plays.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, if you dropped an Etamon to try and taunt the ruin mode, we know that the first check would be protoform. So you'd taunt it down from 15 to 12 and then -5, and then it would still be... Oh, and then 8. So you'd pop it before the end of attack, and then you just -5 your board again. Slamming the Monze X, though, doesn't look like it'll get the... It doesn't look like they had the Etamon or like a new Valk to be able to stabilize.
Well, it could be a case of they want you to swing into it, so obviously you then ace yourself, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
still presume
that an ace.
Well, this I have seen. I do presume people are still really more like the Venus S control variant rather than just the board wiping variant, which seems to be quite prevalent right now.
I genuinely think you don't even need Venus anymore. Like maybe as a one-off, but like, I mean,
yeah, it feels like a lot of the sixes like one obviously over like probably like 2 platinums, 1 Azure, 1 or 2 Valks, 1.
I don't even think you run a Zulong anymore.
But the bounce is so good.
The bounce is good, but so is blowing up their entire board. Like only against purple, I guess you would argue that the on deletion is bad, but
it's very bad. You know what you did wrong.
I think a Zulong was like a cute tech that they were using in order to, because they, you know, we all saw what it did at Worlds with the aces. They're like, okay, what aces do we have access to? A Zulong. Okay, run it. Now we have the aces that they had. I don't think there's any reason to run a Zulong.
Yeah, now we have better aces. More text.
Yeah.
Right, so bye-bye, Bonzi.
Ruin Mode is going to be the last to swing here because it's going to pass over 4 memory. I like the Tumon going in first because you knew it was going to live. It means that you're not going to be able to get a brand new hatch. Or at least we're going to get a new hatch, but we won't get any new memory. So you can be really cheeky. I mean, I say this like it matters because Ruin Mode's going to go sideways. Hand over 4 memory and -5 the board. Black base did have the privilege of being able to evolve up the line to try and play around situations like this, but when you're on Numemon, you kind of take that privilege away from yourself.
You're going for a privilege rather than a build privilege, and that's down to you. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But yeah, you unfortunately lose the counterplay.
Also, double. Oh yeah, this is a one choke off the next swing. This one should be a pretty clean game 1 for Max.
I honestly thought Freak had it for a little bit there, but obviously just enough memory to push out the game. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like the Numemon matchup is just a pendulum. Ooh. Like it is just a pendulum. Like it looks like oh wow, this is so over. How could anyone possibly lose from this position? And then a turn later, you're like, oh wow, how does the other player lose from this position?
Yeah, how's the that board wipe just come up from nowhere, and then again just turn around and do the same thing again? Oh, how did board wipe happen from nowhere?
That was sick. Floating into the Numemon from trash in order to gain rush randomly. Sure, it's gonna die, but it has jamming, lol.
Yep.
And now we just swing the ruin mode, lock out the board.
But
like you don't even have to evolve here. Like sure, if you have a Nume X, whatever, like do it.
Yeah, free draw power.
But at this point, you just don't. You don't even have to. You can just.
Yeah, pass the turns on it.
Oh no, we just
push out
the Louis. Game back 1. Reveal top 3. I'm not fully sure what he's looking for, but
he's not. He's a swing with it.
Ah, another Nume. It's set up for a rush play. All right.
No swing now, but the swing for game.
Oh yeah, that does work. That's where DigiFreak's ruin mode was. Unfortunate. All right. Pretty solid game 1 there from Max.
That was very solid. I mean, for both players, obviously, the pivot, just as you said, the pendulum swings both ways.
Yeah, very, very difficult to make your way back in, especially if you're having to play the sort of tennis of like who's in front. It, you know, eventually one of you is going to run out of resources. Aggressively using Valk as well instead of fishing for the ace was a really, really heads up play there from Max. Like biding his time, biding his like I guess keeping what he needed to construct a comeback. Yeah, very, very solid game 1. Numemon sometimes can be a little bit sleeper to watch, but I think the Numemon mirror, when stuff like that happens and you're just going back and forth, is actually really, really entertaining as much as...
It is, because you literally just watched a 4 board go to no board into someone had 1 Digimon into 5 Digimon. It's like, oh wow, this is Digimon. It's like, yeah, this is what happens when 2 very good decks get to just basically flop around from it.
It is the oh, it's so over. We are so back. Oh, it's so over. We are so back.
So back, yeah. I would say, because obviously what Frozen just said, this is definitely the Tia Ishizu match of Digimon, right? So skillful.
So around about 30 minutes on the clock.
Obviously, nobody's a kind of a rolling ball of a deck, but it's not really a control variant, as we can see here. Everything's dying, but it's not really controlling the board, like slowing anyone down, specifically like you can't play the game anymore, you can't play the game anymore. Except until you get to room mode, then you can't play the game anymore.
All right. Setting up. The question, I guess it doesn't really matter who goes first.
I also have to agree with Keeps here. It is a statement. It's not a terrible statement. It's just an odd statement. I think mirror matches overall do have to be a bit more skillful. You have to be the person who actually knows the deck better, and where your get off points are. Right, Ukamon for each player here. We are playing the naughty Ukamon that has the Japanese text on it because naughty naughty. Throwing down a
Wait, no,
Jerry.
This is the BT16 one.
Is it?
Yeah. It's the promo one that has the funny one.
There's the funny one. It's also legal again. It was banned for like a week and they were like, that's fine.
Yeah, they were like, it just functions the same as every other errata.
But it has to be official, which for some reasons is just weird. Push down the Ukamon, do the search. Get ready for... Oh!
This gaogamon is so interesting.
He is so interesting, because it's the one you don't see very often anymore, and then people obviously realize, like, no, he's actually good.
Yeah, it's decent when you have Venus. It does imply that Max does have a Venus of some sort, because that's where the gaogamon is really useful to just like consistently apply sec -1.
And a Digimon Emperor, which again, as we always know for these decks that want to run Ukamon, is a bane of their existence.
That is some nice friends you got there, Davis. All right, so that's one protoform gone to the bottom, and looks like we're going to take the gaogamon because the Ukamon, unironically, less useful right now. That
Yes, indeed.
non once per turn Digimon Emperor scamming. It's for the best though.
It's for the best. Don't give away too much of an advantage, though, do we? Ukamon here at the back. Even for two cost search is all pretty good, to be fair. The obviously issue is your opponent leaving you at 1 memory, making it so you don't really get to play the game from the breeding area. But that is the price you pay for playing Ukemon, the best engine in the game.
Yeah.
So at me, I'm going to say that with like full force. Ukemons are the best engine in the game.
Yeah, 8 Ukemons and 3 Edamon, 3 Valkyriemon, and then put, I don't know, 38 cards around those. You've got yourself a solid 1.5 deck.
As long as the Edamon can digivolve on a level 4, and you've got something else the Ace can digivolve on 2, yeah, no problem. Good deck.
Nah, I'll be real with you. I don't even think that Edamon needs to be able to evolve for 4. That is some of the best 7 memory you can spend in the entire game.
It do be like that where you have things that say on play and digivolving.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm under Venus? Bet.
Come at me, son.
Like, high key, I wanna, I think we've been talking to the guys about it. I want to, for a bonus content, do best 0, best 1, best 2, best 3, etc. memory you can spend in the game. I think Edamon is a solid contender for the best 7 that could be spent.
Yeah, it's got to be up there, to be fair. 4's a bit pretentious because obviously the aces are just ridiculously good.
Yeah,
like, at the same time, there's other aces that are 7 cost that could also say, hey, no.
Zudo is definitely up there, best 4. I mean, Revelation of Light is some of the best memory that can be spent. Play a guy, heal 1, ruin mode the board all on 1 card, and you can't trash it because it'll still ruin mode the board. That's a crazy card.
There's some good text in that card, and all it says, your opponent's going to be very sad. As you can see, he's still trying to build up the board slowly on the side of Max. Max here, a little bit more ahead, obviously, with the once the X swinging it down. Do we hit something interesting, or are we going to be in for what a pain?
He is ahead, and I like that he's just pushing the damage here. The last game went really, really long. And
because I pushed for the first few turns, obviously that was what back and forth was happening. But yeah, in a deck like this where you are just going to die and put things back on the field, you might as well swing out because you're not hurting anyone.
I guess the other idea as well is if he goes wide, it allows him to shrink things that are on board, but nothing that Numemon does doesn't just die instantly to Edamon Valk. Like Edamon Valk still clear. Well, now it doesn't clear everything because he's ended on 2 5s, but if he didn't clear everything, then Edamon Valk would actually just wipe the board there. So he's making sure that he can stabilize really, really well. Also, Digifreak either has to give up turn pushing out the Ukemon, or it would have to, yeah, just slam the Valk. So I guess,
as I said before, even paying 2, search your top 3, and then getting an egg hatch is still a very good play still.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, we'll do that for a training, and you don't even have to do that in this deck.
Exactly. So you're not really giving up much of a loss leader here. Although, as you said before, slam it down. Part of me wants you to throw the Ukemon into the trash, well, into security anyway, because I don't think it can block it. Question mark.
I guess by doing that, you run the risk of an ace showing up. Like, you don't want the Valk to show up.
Okay, so you go to main phase, swing it with the, I presume it's a go target.
Yeah.
Do you have the ace now? Or you just make it swing it to you?
I'd imagine so. Like, if you were going over a Numemon, then you can sometimes use the Edamon to just force the blocker. But we're gonna have the Valkyriemon come straight through. Clears 2. And there was no proto form under it as well, so it's not like the Monze X can come out, but it is a free 2 memory.
It is. Also, back to the platinum on the field. 9k mega, not too scary, but the deck does float itself into its other slime, so that is the gameplay for this deck.
He hasn't pitched yet to gain the 2. I wonder if he's trying to figure out whether he even needs it. Because if you pitch 2, you go up to 8, then you can evolve into any level 4, keep turn, go into ruin mode, keep turn, swing pop the Valk, and you've -10 to everything, so that way you can't even get taunted on the next turn. There wasn't proto in Max's stack that time. It was gaogamon into Monze X. So
yeah,
they didn't
it was just
actually
a
have.
regular.
What did the -5? Max is -5. He's undervalued.
Yeah, can't do it, guys.
Both of these.
Guys? Guys?
Oh,
Guys,
Judge. They're under -5. Valk is
But
still live.
everything is dead. Everything is on fire. Please.
Judge thing.
Judge is in here with us.
Oh,
Judge, come on. Judge. This is what it's like to be a caster, by the way. We have to know enough game knowledge to be able to play the game and cast it, and then also see awkward as fuck misplays. This is the caster curse.
Hopefully this is resolvable because
because two of those things on the field shouldn't be there. They didn't draw any cards by the seems of it because they don't draw cards for playing them, so that's how they drew the mode because of it. I'm just very confused by where's the judge gone?
Disappeared. I think at this point we might be too far behind. I mean, we haven't drawn anything yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't feel
I'm just gonna ping regular judge.
There you go. Judge is back. Talking to him.
Okay, cool.
And this is the nice thing about having two people on stream, because one of you can keep an eye on the table and while the other person goes and asks for a judge.
Yes, so they need to fix this somehow because that is a huge tempo swing that is just not correct. Because they got to play two bodies and then Monze X cleared did -8, which then meant the ruin was enough to clear, which it would not have been enough to clear.
Yeah,
and the ruin can't swing either, so it can't just clear the board with the end of attack delete.
Swing, yeah.
So this is like a game state that actually needs fixing.
Yeah, because obviously the bodies could be there, they could be there, but they still get vaporized. You're already doing 4K.
And never mind.
What's going on? Judge? But the issue I have now is the judge was in the room where that play happened. And also the other weird thing for me is the fact that Freak hasn't questioned it either.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. I mean, getting DP minus is a mental boom. So, you know, sometimes you just miss. You miss plays. Also, Lamau DeathX. Yeah. That it doesn't clear everything, but it clears a lot.
It does do enough. Question mark. But how is it beneficial that they did get the misplay because of the DeathX? Question mark. Because there was 6 things on the field before with the tamer.
Oh well.
Lol. Lol game states.
It takes 2 to misplay.
It does. Well, if he didn't let me misplay, I would have misplayed it. Okay, I guess so. It's also funny that they threw down the goading Etamon when there was nothing on the field. Anyway, what's your next plan? So,
I mean, to be fair, they're not even in a terrible position. The DeathX really did bring them back into the game.
I'm just thinking, like, what's Max going to do now? Because the only thing you can really do is swing, but if you swing, there's a chance that you're going to get Valkyrie on top of, which doesn't kill you, just annoying. But then obviously, what is it with the security could then kill you instead? you play out anything? Because you're not under duress here. You technically want to play out a Numemon that wants to die, maybe. So that way, when it gets popped at the end of the turn, you gain advantage from it. That also works.
Yeah, I mean, set up nicely a one-shot. These Ukamons are getting no value. It's so funny.
I mean, that's pretty good value, in my opinion, because obviously you used it so you don't lose your Etamon. So you got your ace target still.
Gain 1, lose 2.
Woohoo.
And X -6. Can they kill the Etamon without swinging? That is the question. If they kill the Etamon without swinging... Oh, yes, I have done the math wrong. -8, that is enough to kill the Etamon.
There we go.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. No ace target feedable.
You know, low-key, the misplay actually might have been more beneficial for Digimon.
Look,
you know,
it takes 2 to misplay, right?
He's a genius, actually.
He's a genius.
Alternative game state.
No judge. It's perfectly fine, even though they should all be dead. No, it's fine. Thank you, because Defex now. There's something with the game.
Wait, trust. It's okay if he does it.
I've got a plan. Let me just cheat.
This is going to be one of those, they look back on it and go, ah. But, I mean, yeah, this is what we say it every time. The pendulum of the Nume mirror continues to swing back and forth.
It doesn't swing, it gets launched like down a football field. It does not swing, it just goes.
He's getting Inazuma 11 drop kick from side to side.
Yeah, I could do 90 yards, no problem. Bang. Right, here comes the choo-choo. What are we going to do with the choo? Let's see, there's 2 cards currently here. It needs 3 swings minimum or some way of getting 2 swings in. Let's swing final. There's no blockers for what I can see on the field. No, that's got the BT16. Right, so there's at least 1 blocker. There's at least some defensive options for the side of Freak, but what else can you do on a memory of 5? Oh, yeah, that works too. I think that goes to your black baby thing. Go back.
Yeah, it does. It kind of fixes the problem, but it also puts. It also does put like a lot of potential free memory up for grab.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to do what you got to do to stay alive. At the end of the day, Max has to just live for 16-ish minutes.
Yes. I mean, they're already at 1 game anyway. They have to either try to win this one, or obviously to try and not stall, but take your time.
They need to contemplate every decision.
Right? There's 4 bodies on the field now. You want to make a 5th one to take game bonus, and then just go wee. Go up into the ace, right? It's fine. Not dead just yet, right?
Well, we do have both of these Monzai X's have sec -1. Yikes.
There we go. No, it's not. Let's take care, right? What would you call platinum?
It's -10 twice.
Oh, jeebus. All right, so they both get -10 then.
Yeah, because it's both Monzai X's fire at the same time. So.
Oh damn! Okay, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever had two ones on the field at the same time. To be fair.
Oh, it's nightmarish. Like actual, like, and there's the final 3.
So anyway, you want to swing at me with that?
Well, okay, yeah, he did.
There you go. So I'm sure you have the -3000 DP, right?
Yeah, I mean technically you could have chosen. You could have chosen to double target the platinum if you were, I don't know, trolling, but
yeah.
I mean, if you want to go game 3, go get your swangs in. Swing the Digimon, yeah.
The swing with Defex.
I mean, technically, I guess if they were magically on long kit at a stack, though, you're getting scooped regardless of what you put, but
yeah.
I don't think we needed to worry about Lonk there.
I find very strange in this deck specifically, but I did play against a Numemon person at the UK regional, and they did have like 2 long games in their deck.
I mean, power to them, I guess.
It worked. It kept it. Well, what was it? We played 2 games in 50 minutes a year.
Yeah, so there's some decks are very, very fast. And Numemon has some interesting decks. I remember seeing at Karlsruhe, it was we saw Breath of the Gods in Nume to play around bounce.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of black cards to be fair, so
and
it makes sense.
Even Quantum as well. Quantum was crazy.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I suppose you could just use it as a top end, but
it was just a way of like giving random protection, like bottom decking options and stuff for turning off like Death X. It was a really, really interesting way of doing it. Just as an alternative. Like besides just ending on Venus.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all turns when one of your other Digimon is played, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2k. Feature your Digimon until the end of turn. Since it is an all turns, both of them can fire at the same time off of the second Monzai X being played. It is very not normal.
It is very unusual and interesting, if not a little bit scary.
Yeah, you'll also notice that, you know, it didn't say that if you have Monzai or X antibody, the more broken part of this card's effect is just whenever it feels like it. So suboptimal Monzai can still blow up a board.
Because why not, right? The bears need more love.
All right. The illusion of going first, as both of them open with the BT16 Ukomons that...
It's just been broken, it's been shattered, yeah. But Jerry's come down on the side of Freak. Freak has pitched a platinum to draw 2 cards.
I wouldn't be surprised if we... Venus. Yeah, Venus, but picking up a gaogamon of your own to presumably also do the same thing after a cheeky Evo in the back.
Say, if you've got one, chuck it down.
Oh, nope, I guess we do not have one.
Pitch another platinum, so both have pitched a platinum for their Jerrymon.
Or I guess, yeah, using the gaogamon first to just to give you more options on what you wanted to evolve in the back.
I mean, to be fair, your rookies are, well, sorry, your breeding area is essentially just a how can I punch my opponent in the face every turn kind of card.
I guess the idea for the Nume mirror is if you open BT16 Ukomon and they don't, going first is basically the same as going second.
Yeah, good second Jerry. Okay, throw down a new mod from RB1, I believe that is.
Yes, the on deletion one is RB1.
As you said earlier, the one that turns the on play to an on deletion to turn it into an on play again. Which is quite an interesting tech choice, obviously, that on deletions do become on plays if they just hit the board and die.
Yeah, it's quite funny. It's a very purple thing.
It is a very purple thing.
It's like, Night Ray turns off my on plays. Anyway.
Time to die. Time to crash into something with retaliation. Clear the Jerry into we want X antibody here to start that platinum fun time.
Yeah.
Go up into the Multimon from RB1.
Presumably we're going to shoot the Ukomon here.
I would personally.
Oh, okay. Taking rid of... Oh, I think he's trying to turn off the Nume X's. Yeah. So instead of killing the Ukomon here, by killing off the gaogamons, it means that Max is going to have to climb into a Numemon, then do the Nume X if they can.
See, I'd probably prefer the Ukomon, like you said, because this way, when they move out the Kikino one, they don't gain the search power. Which I think is sometimes, especially early game, is obviously much better than late game. This you are literally digging for a piece.
Yeah.
Swing with the Multimon now. X into security for probably 2 checks. And it survives both checks.
Yeah. Digifreak definitely is now just pushing.
I think at this point, you've looked at the time, it's like, all right, I've got 10 minutes to win the round. I've just got to basically clear my heart out. Going to go up into the RB1. We want on the side of Digifreak. Possibly expecting to be exploded this turn.
Yeah, going second really does feel much better in this mirror. Especially if you if you're gambling on you having BT16 and them not. Then yeah, it's definitely safer to.
So I feel like a lot of this will do with the 3 and 4. So you do like 3 BT16 for the original. I think now it's just a case of like, no, run 4 of each. Yeah, both very good cards. They will get you what you want.
All right, one cost Evo in the back.
Yeah, what can we do now?
Ooh, the first Etemon Valkyrie of game 3.
It's Monkey Business tab. Because here's the problem, right? Yeah, you move out, you do this, do that, do a search. Because if things explode in a second,
yeah, might as well get your value.
Might as well get your value out of it, right? So, again, do you have Valkyrie? Presumably, yes. You do. Everything goes bye bye.
You're right. Yeah, get those on deletions, get looking.
Yep.
And they've put them directly under the spotlight. That is a Numex, an Ukomon, and something else. Cheers. Okay.
How can you hear us?
Now, to be fair, his opponent probably asked as well, because that was like directly under glare. It's like, you revealed 3 cards.
Though.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good feeling.
Everything's dead though, which is fine. Digimon, I think, should also be dead because it's like up -3 to -5. That 8k, right?
Yes.
Yes, so they should die. You have to play the new mod by effect now from the deletion because the X antibodies in the sources.
Yeah, I think they're just resolving that correctly first.
So please let me finish. Try with the game here.
Yeah, all the on deletions trigger at the same time anyway, so
it
doesn't super matter.
No, you just do it the way which is more beneficial for you more normally.
Yeah, so he's gonna pitch a platinum, and then was there not?
Do we have?
Oh, was there not? There wasn't a Numex in the. Was there not a Numex in the Inherit?
Yeah, there was.
Oh wait, what was on board? It was 2 Ukomons.
It was Ukomon, Montimon, X antibody with a Montimon and an X antibody underneath it, and then a Jerry, and then the other one was.
Oh, it was a RB1. So.
RB1 Monty.
Okay. So for some reason I was expecting there to be a double float. There's not. All right. Slamming a Monzo.
That one they could have done. They just didn't see it. They're like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, because if they did the timings right on their on deletions, they should have been able to double Monzo.
Yeah.
Maybe I guess they just want to set it up as a trap later rather than cashing out all the memory now. They've still got 4 to play with.
Which is basically 16 if you play the Gelbath game.
Yeah. All right. So play out a Digimon here. I mean, I guess it would allow them to -8, but we're going to go Gang. We are still under Valkyrie.
Yes. You could not put things down that unplay effects don't trigger either.
And this one, you know what?
The judge is still in here. The judge has not left us.
It is the Numemon players. I do know that they. I do know they're not.
The judge is still in here with us.
They're not speaking English, but I know that much. So it might just be a communication thing, but that is on the players to know what their cards do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Digimon is German. I'm not too sure what Max is, but they probably are also German.
It's entirely possible that neither of them remember that it is a lingering effect.
Yeah, it's your opponent's forever until the end of your turn.
It's funny because it's on both sides of the board, which implies that last time they deadass did not notice, which means it's not even a learning moment for this game because they didn't notice it the first time.
No, this is basically because it didn't work the first time. I'm ignoring it this time.
Yeah, this is Schrodinger's all turns effect.
Yeah, this is like, look, if you cheat last turn, we're okay with it. I'm going to cheat this turn. Be okay with it. You're okay with it? Good. Right, let's keep playing.
They're actually gentlemaning to no lingering effects.
That's very good of them. That's very gentleman of them indeed. Now, slam that Defex down as fast as you can.
Playground Digimon.
Even a Playground Yu-Gi-Oh! This is Playground Digimon. Everything makes no sense. Which is also just Digimon. What's scarier than one Defex? 2 Defexes. Oh, it's a Louis.
Is that a Louis? Oh, wow. An Ukomon introduced to the microwave that has been unplugged from the wall.
Not full of metal or anything like that either. Just like sparking out.
All right, so how many things would have... So the gaogamon would have instantly died. Yep. The Tumon would have instantly died.
So the gaogamon would have instantly died. It's on play effect. The Tumon would have instantly died. The Ukomon would have instantly died. Louis would be fine. Louis is fine because he's a tamer. He doesn't get Mars DP.
Yeah, he's not.
You don't
Marcus.
shoot the people. You don't shoot the people. You just shoot the Digimon.
It is so funny that Rapid X kills Marcus. So funny.
That's his own fault. Shouldn't be trying to punch people.
Yeah. He is stepping into the ring. You have missed Valkyriemon not resolved correctly for 2 games.
By 2 different players as well.
Yeah, both of them simply do not know that -5 is lingering. So last game we saw a very, very horrendous one, and then the guy got Death X anyway and stole the game back. So it actually kind of worked in his favor. And then this game,
the card next to me. Let me read the text to you, everyone.
Yeah.
From the card in my hand, literally next to me. Had counterblast evolution. Everyone knows what that is now, hopefully. And then unplay and Digiforwing. All of your opponent's Digimon. Your opponent's Digimon get -5,000 DP for the turn. The player's Digimon get -5,000 DP. Now, what's currently on board? Everything you play.
Yeah. So they're just wearing rubber shoes to the electric ground. They are completely immune. Microwave unplugged from the wall.
All these Digimon apparently read on play, not be affected by -DP apparently.
Yeah. It'd be very funny if Max has a Death X, because then
I'm presuming they've got 2 in hand just to be like, oh, you thought one was funny. What about 2? Bang.
It would be really, really funny to see misplay into immediate punish with Death X for.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you thought you were funny. Well, this time I have the Death X.
We are running low on time. We started the timer late as well, so we probably are.
This is about time around, yeah.
Yeah, about to hit overtime or are in overtime.
Please, if you play this deck or you play Valkyrie or play against Valkyrie, please, it's on you as a player that gets the -DP, not the board.
What a game to start recording. I cannot wait to see the engagement on this one. Everyone get your pointing fingers ready for your actually.
Yeah, actually. Why are these people very upset about this game going crazy? Because
all right. Who's getting taunted?
Who's getting -DP? Because it can't be the... Well, it can't be the Venus. What about kill the Venus? It's bad.
What mean thing did Etamon say about someone's parental guardian in the playground? It looks like... Okay, they pointed at Venus, so I'm assuming Venus is the one that got taunted.
They pointed at the girl. She did it.
All right, so we're about to... All right. Now the question is, will it linger this time? Are we ready, chat room?
Let's read the second effect of Valkyrie, because I'm pretty sure the Valkyrie effect is also an all turns effect. But a card is roof security, right?
Yep. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. So Venus is -3, -5 is -8.
It's 11k, right?
It's a 12k body, so it's a 4k. So as soon as it hits security, it's going to get popped. Or you pop the Monze X?
Question mark.
Actually, you should pop the Monze X.
Yeah, you just get rid of a body then.
Because the check is going through at this point, so you have to kill the Monze X anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it takes lethal off board.
But they can still swing with the other platinum. And then they can go to... They can't because it's on the field already.
Okay.
The middle one, the one closest to Venus.
Yes.
They can still swing out, so you get that's 0 cards in security. And then if you really want to, you can go Ruin Mode. Because, yeah.
Ruin Mode would be the wave. All right, we are officially in overtime. 3 minutes and 5 turns to conclude this. So
I believe this is a 4k platinum. Dies. There you go. He dies. There you go. Good recast there.
Right. So now
there we go to. But he got memory. It does survive because it does have, I believe, 7k, but it's 2k currently.
At least this time it seems like they've remembered how lingering works, because they are not slamming a Nume plus Satsuki for game. But they are going to kill off an Uko, which I don't hate. We look pretty low on cards, but it might also just be the angle of the lighting.
Yeah, I think in hand it's obviously very short, but the deck looks okay.
And never mind. We
got the Suzuki, so we're going to sell it on
yes. Right? Classic. We are going to misplay for the game.
Oh, now you remember.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. He remembers.
Crazy remember the second time.
when your back is against the wall, you remember how the game's mechanics work.
Ah, funny that, right? God damn.
Right, but he paid 3 memory for that, right?
Yeah, you have to pay for it. You can't just ignore
So he
it.
paid
You put it on the field.
Okay, no, never mind. We just, you know what? We donated that Numemon to trash for free, apparently. Oh my gosh.
Europe is the best place to play Digimon. Let me just put this first and foremost. These two people do not represent us as a region.
They represent the Numemon players very well, I'll have you know.
They do. They share a brain cell. Not these two people, the new one.
It is much love, but my goodness gracious me. It's round
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, this is a lingering effect. Yeah, it is. Well, it has been. Right, swing. But you don't even have the ace? Huh?
Wait, oh my gosh, it dies. Oh no, all turns, it still gets to pop something on the way out. Well, that is certainly one way to lose the game. Big ups Ethermon. Big ups Ethermon. He came in, he said run them hands, and we are gonna run into a Digifreak coming back from behind.
Yeah. First game I feel was very good. Second game, some awkward but fun misplays, and then third game we thought fuck it, we cheated.
Yeah, these were the games of all time.
This was literally watching like Yugi Moto versus Kaiba. Just like fuck it, just throw some cards.
It's like Battle City. It's like
no, it's Duelist Kingdom because there was no rules.
Yeah, no rules at all.
I'm summoning 3 blue eyes. What?
I am attacking the moon.
And that was round 4 of Digimon Ultimate Cup.
Yeah, people asked if there was any alternate rules for Ultimate Cup. Apparently there were.
If you play a new one, don't read the cards. Do what you want.
If both of you agree to the rules, it's legal.
It's exactly. If you say yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. It's fine, don't worry about it.